Ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, this is Foog, and welcome to something else. I'm not gonna waste time explaining. Let's just do this. Trust me, it's gonna be great. Or maybe it's gonna be terrible, I don't know, but we'll see. What on earth am I doing? And why the heck am I trying to play Cave Story and Grandia 2 at the same time? I must be insane. I'm insane. Anyway, yes, welcome to Cave Story. And, before we get started, I'm just going to warn you, I'm going to be absolutely terrible at this, especially at the beginning, because I have a splint on one finger. Ow! This is going to be bad. So anyway, I was thinking, this is the Cave Story Plus version that comes from Steam. I'm going to play with the remastered music instead of the original music, which, I mean, it's classy, but, you know. And the new music is interesting, but it lacks a certain charm. Remastered is all the charm of the original, but, like, HD-ified or something. The graphics, let's leave them on new because they'll look better that way, and that's good. Language, I don't know how to read the other ones, so we'll just stick with English for now. So without further ado, let's play. Let's play Cave Story, that is. And we're gonna play original because I played some easy, and while I'm not great, I'm certainly good enough to not be playing on easy. So let's get started. And if you guys have any opinions about me not using the remastered music or using original graphics, something like that, let me know. But I doubt there's gonna be any issue there. So anyway, someone's transmission. Connecting to network. Logged on. Starting IM chat. Why am I using a voice like that? I don't know. Sue? Are you there? It's me. It's Kazuma. Yes, we know it's you, Kazuma. I was somehow able to escape, but I got lost. I'm in a shelter without anything inside. If you're reading this, please answer. Please? Okay, and that's it for now. So, yes, welcome to Cave Story. Our Cave Story begins in a hole in the ground. There lived a hobbit. Not a dry, bare, sandy hole, but a nasty, dirty, wet hole. And actually, he wasn't a hobbit at all. He was a little hero man who's all white with red and black clothes on. And a little yellow thing sticking out the back of his hat. And maybe a wing. It's hard to tell. To the hero's side was a spinning floppy disk, which nobody used anymore, but it was there, along with a computer that showed a heart. But he didn't care about that right now, so he stepped out the door. To his right was a block, and a little animal, but he didn't go that way either. He went towards the things that looked like they were going to kill him. Little spikes sticking out of the floor and the ceiling. And he was amazed that for the first time ever, he started a game without killing himself on that second spike. Which I always do, I don't know why. And so we can pick up life capsules. I mean, this may feel a little Metroid to you, and that's because it is! Max life increased, which is good. He ventured further down into this cave of mysteries and got wet in the water and jumped out, and there was a cougar head, or puma, or mountain lion stone head, which was actually a door in its mouth. There, in a hole in the ground, lived a hobbit. I don't know what's wrong with me, I've just been getting so stoked ever since the Hobbit movie came out. It was sleeping. And he stayed asleep. We didn't want to bother him, so we walked away. There in the corner of the room was a chest. Our hero opened the treasure chest and obtained the polar star. Someone's transmission. Searching for Sue. One Sue found. Okay. Sue! Answer me! They're looking for you! Are you asleep or what? Your brother is so lonely. And somewhere else in this land, there was a man who was lonely on the computer. That's very common with people who spend their entire day on the computer. Now, our hero discovered that his gun could shoot a little beam of whiteness. He wasn't sure why, but he liked the beam of whiteness. And when he shot the little creatures, the helpless creatures in the cave, they dropped little golden triangles. Which were good, actually. He shot more bats, and one of them dropped its heart, and he devoured it. Like a sick, sort of heart-eating monster. He also ate the triangles because they reminded him of Doritos. And he ventured forth, trying really hard not to impale himself on red spikes. And then he realized the block that was standing in his way originally could be shot. And this made our hero very happy. He shot the other blocks, and then he shot the animals in the cave as well. And it turned out our hero's aim was very poor, but that was alright. He knew a little trick to get things started a little bit quicker. He could go back through a door, and the creatures of the cave would come back to life from being dead. And when he stepped up to a door on the east side of the cavern, it peered at him with a menacing eye with red iris, and the iris or pupil of Sauron stared back at him. So he killed it. I gotta stop this shtick, this is ridiculous. Come on, Sue! Type something, will you? Starving over here. I'm so hungry that I even ate a cockroach! Lol, just kidding. But just so you know, if I get to that point, I'll do it! Somewhere else in the cavern.
Give me the key.
No way!
Are you trying to protect that Sue girl? She's an outsider.
Sue's a good person. I won't betray Sue.
Taroko, I have a scar on my face. The next time that the doctor shows up, someone else will be taken away. Because of the scar on my face. If Sue isn't turned in, you could be in danger.
But...
Just hand over the key.
And suddenly, our hero descended upon them in a heap. And everyone ran away screaming. Oh, listen to this music. Oh, it's so cheery and upbeat. Lovely. ...
What? You're not an enemy? I thought you were one of them. ...
My name is King. Should be Scar. I'm just gotta leave it at that. It should be.
I'm the number one in this village. Though I say number one, it doesn't really mean much. There are only 6 of us left in the village. Well, really, ... including Sue, it's 7. But she's not one of us. She's just an outsider that came into our village.
Do you have anything else to say?
That Taroko, she took advantage of the commotion and escaped.
And apparently I can't shoot him. These creatures, these little bunny-eared things, they're known as Mimigas. We'll learn that later, but that's okay. And they're cool. They're good. We like them. Arthur's house. Here's another house. It's not going there right now. I'll explain later. The explanation would come later. There, in a little corner of some large tree house fort thing built in the cave, which I guess wouldn't be a tree house. It would just be a rock formation or stone ladder building. There's a fat thing.
Jeez, you scared me. Sue? Oh, you mean the girl staying at Arthur's house, right? She lives together with Taroko. That girl's a real cutie. She must be looking for flying dragons. Wonder if there really is such a thing. ... Dragons that fly in the sky.
And the fat creature returned immediately to eating and shoving things into his fat face. Let's go back in the direction I'd meant to go in the first... that the hero meant to go in the first place. I'm not going to be doing a very good job of this narrator job if I keep going back to my standard LP commentary style. Oi. Wee. I mean, the hero said, wee. Then the hero found a little creature fishing. Decided to speak with it. Sue? Yeah, Sue. That cute girl who's always hiding inside Arthur's house. She recently came to Mimiga Village. She fell into the reservoir there. I don't think she's very fond of us. It seems like she hates everyone in the village. But she's a Mimiga, same as the rest of us. ... Everybody ends their sentences with ... And let's pick up this shiny thing. Something shines brightly. Obtained the silver locket. Our hero obtained the silver locket. Then, for no reason whatsoever, he shot a fish. And on the other side of the hill, hid the little girl thing that ran away screaming. And she screamed yet again. Because she was a little girl.
Hand over that key.
No!
And she was a quite strong little girl. Alright. She ran over King like he was nothing but a pile of leaves. And King fell down on the ground, defeated by a little girl.
Taroko! Don't underestimate me!
Despite what he said, he remained lying there on the ground. So our hero continued onwards to discover more of what this large cavern contained. And of course, let's check Arthur's house. It was locked, so our hero decided to continue onward, climbing up the large stone construct yet again, taking a peek inside of the unnamed room, which contained yet another spinning floppy disk which seemed to defy the laws of gravity, and a computer with a heart. He didn't need it at the time, so he continued onwards. There was another building over in the side, which was labeled the Assembly Hall. He ventured within it and checked out what was inside. There was a chalkboard with some crude drawings of a circle and another circle, which meant nothing, the face of what appeared to be a kitty cat, and an ice-skating duck. Then he looked at the fireplace to warm his hands. Therein flames billowed in the fireplace. There was something on the other side, which meant little to our hero at the time, since he didn't want to reach his hand into the fireplace and possibly lose fingers to, well, severe third-degree burns. There was a sign next to the Mimiga Cemetery. It was currently closed due to hazards for some reason, and there was a Mimiga with glasses there, who spoke with him.
The name's Jack. I'm the number 2 in the village. Beyond here is Mimiga Cemetery. There our hero, Arthur, rests eternally in peace. What am I doing here? Mushrooms have taken over Mimiga Cemetery, so I'm keeping watch to make certain that they don't come into the village. And so, Jack kept his back turned to imminent danger instead of actually defending the village against harm. He was a good Mimiga, though perhaps not too bright. And there was a treasure chest somewhere high up in the corner of the cavern. Well, it wasn't really high up, but it was. So our hero opened the chest. Within, there was a map system. And an achievement was unlocked on Steam, saying don't get lost. Something's written, so as long as you always maintain a sense of exploration,
You will someday find the way out. This is my hope, said the map computer for some reason. And our hero decided it would be best to jump back up to fall down to another location to explore further. He remembered that a sign had said that a farm existed somewhere high up in the cavern. He decided he would take a peek at it. The sign said, Yamashita Farm. Within, there was a lot of spraying water for some reason. He decided he would speak with a farmer himself and find out what could be learned. He decided to speak with a farmer. This is the farm where we grow flowers. My job is to protect this farm. To us Mamiga, these flowers are a precious source of food. But not the red flower. I heard that if we eat red flower, our blood pressure skyrockets and we'll die in an instant. Fortunately, on this farm, we don't grow those wild red flower. And the farmer went back to smoking his flowers, or whatever it was that he was smoking. And that's when our hero noticed, in the water near the farm, there was a little tank containing some love. I mean life. He picked it up, and his max life increased further. And there was another achievement for some reason. And it's a sprinkler. Our hero continued onward, because there was far more to do before the episode was over. Down below was the only house he hadn't checked for reasons not explained previously. So he ventured forward. And there he was in a shack. With nothing in it. Or so he thought. You jerk. I mean, you jerk! Oh, goodness. And so the little Mamiga girl ran around like crazy, like she was on some hallucinogenic drugs. So our hero shot her. No, I'm not kidding. He shot a little girl. It seems our hero is not as heroic as we thought. But that's okay, because he spoke with her to make her feel better.
Oh, help me, help me! Dot, 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 dot! Dot, 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 dot! You're not the doctor? Oh, sorry about that. The doctor's such a cruel and evil person. He shows up in the village and kidnaps Mamiga. Dot, dot, dot. At times even killing someone. The doctor dash dash, he killed my older brother. Ah! That pendant! You picked it up for me? Sue gave it to me. Dot, 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 dot.
These people use too many dots in common speech.
But I don't want it anymore. King gets bent out of shape when Sue and I get along. Please keep it.
And then there was a...
Oh yeah! I found you! It's no use hiding from me. I've got the nose of a clever harrier.
Indeed. And then a witch appeared, or a floaty female thing with no nose. Yes, he has the nose and the brain of a dog.
Misery! I found it first, at least I have a nose.
You two, you're the doctor!
Dot, 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 dot. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. More dots. You must be Sue, the great doctor has summoned you. Come along with me.
Huh? But I'm not Sue!
And then a bubble happened. Balrog, the rest is up to you.
I'm the wrong person! I told you!
Oh my gosh, that's bad for my throat. Not this again. I always have to clean up. And I'm the one who found her, not Misery. Dot, 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 dot. Okay, no more of that. No more of that. So what's up? You want to fight me with that little pea shooter? Our hero decided this would be a smart choice of action, fighting against a gigantic box. Lunchbox, of course. Understood. And so our hero shot at the Balrog. And it didn't take long before our hero, I'll remember this, annihilated the Balrog. Or our hero defeated Balrog, which was wonderful. And he picked up the Doritos, which made him feel a lot better about his gun. And at that, our hero decided, or at least Frug decided, it would be best to end the recording instead of continuing further, for it had gone on long enough. So ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, take it easy.